Welcome to The Grant Accountant. My name is Tina Sumler with Summer Professional Accounting. Let's get straight to it. What is grant management? Maybe you're new to the grant world. You are receiving your first grant, or you're pursuing your first grant, or maybe you've had a few grants. Well, let's talk about the framework that goes into grant management. And let's start with the pre-award stage. This is where all the action begins. This is where you're searching for grant funding, you're writing proposals and submitting proposals, and hopefully working with the grant writer to help get these things done, because it does take a lot of work and experience. Whether it's from a government grant, a foundation, or a private institution, you are in the space where you're working to convince that awarding agency why they should award money to you versus another organization, over another organization. We value the grant writers and all the work that goes into searching grant opportunities and writing proposals and submitting them, but it doesn't end there. Once you receive a fully executed award agreement, which generally means you have a signature from the grantor and the grantee, you move into the next phase of grant management. The next phase I wanted to mention is performance. Be sure to track how your grant is performing. Sponsors do look at this. They want to know if they're getting a return on their investment. Is this grant actually producing the things that it said that it would? And it also kind of ties into post-award, because there should be somewhat of an alignment between the progress that's being made and the financial reports that are being submitted. So please be sure to keep an eye on this and monitor this area. And the last phase is post-award. Now, this is where I'll spend most of my time talking. This is my area of expertise, and I believe in staying in your lane. So the majority of the content that you'll see from me will be in this post-award phase. So I tried to break it down into 3 basic areas that are very important and comprised of a lot of different things. So in later videos, I will get into a much deeper dive talking about those areas. So let's start with the first one, track grant funding. So we'll get into what that looks like and what you need to have in place. The second one is reporting grant funding. Again, we will get into a much deeper dive because there's a lot of things that goes into that, because you have your accounting system that you're working with and also what your sponsor needs to see. So we'll talk about ways to get those aligned and just all type of things that goes into that. And the last and third item is closing out your award. This is extremely important. It often gets overlooked. So you need to be sure that you know what's required of your grant, especially to close out your award, any final reports that are due and by when and how they need it. But again, we will get into these items in much greater detail in other videos. I hope you found this information helpful. So please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Receive notifications whenever these videos become available. If you have additional topics you would like to see discussed, put them in the comments below. And if you found this information helpful, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know how I'm doing.